What's up, everybody? I'm going to attempt to do this lovely back mount right there. It's definitely fucked up, as you can see. I can move it a pretty good ways. The car's starting to vibrate whenever you're in, I don't know, about 40-50 mile an hour. Just noticed it a couple days ago, so I ordered back Hasport mount right here. So we're gonna put this bad boy on. I hear it's pretty hard to get to. It's kind of in a shitty spot. I mean, it's definitely a lot harder than that one, and then the one over there for the tranny. But it shouldn't be too bad. Everybody makes it seem like it's a absolute fucking nightmare, but we shall see. So it looks like the only bolt I'm gonna have problems with is that one. Anybody can see it, right? Right down there. I have very little room to work with. It's a pain in the ass. It's like, I've seen some people get it from underneath, but looks like it'll be just as much a pain in the ass. I'm gonna have to get an impact gun. But the other two came off. I mean, that one's still in there, but it's loose. And the other one came off pretty easy. You can see it.
We go to the international jewelry shows. Top designers set aside their best designs.
They're probably thinking you're taking a picture of them.
Okay, this is like a day or two later. As you can see, I got the bolt out down there. I didn't realize, I'm a dumbass, and didn't realize that on the other side, you can see it's not in there, but on the other side there was I thought the nut was welded onto the mount itself, and it wasn't. I didn't realize that until I went and bought an impact and all this other shit. So I just got it from that side over there. It was actually easy as hell to get it from that side. I had the part of the jack for a breaker bar, the top part of the jack for the breaker bar, and it broke loose right here. And it actually came off pretty easy. So now I got to pull that out and then put the new one in right here. And it was actually pretty easy. I'll see how hard it is to pull that son of a bitch out and put the new one in, because the new one's kind of beefy compared to the old one. But we'll see. Well, here's the old one. I just pulled it out. It took probably 2 seconds to pull out, but as you can tell, it's actually the stock one, I think. It may be an aftermarket. It says Mainland Thailand, so it's probably some junk they threw in when they did the swap for the B16B. I don't think that's the stock one. It may be. I'm not sure, but it don't look like anything Honda would make, because that looks like shit. And if that's the case, it's not very old. If it's the original, it'd make sense, because it'd be almost 20 years old. But if it's some eBay Thailand shit, then it also makes sense. I mean, the motor. This has obviously been bad ever since I bought the car, like almost 4 years ago. And it had a little bit of vibration, but I didn't really think anything about it. I thought maybe it was the axle. But that mount is fucked, as you can see. And it was actually getting really bad to where it was, the car would vibrate really, really bad. And the motor was off so much that the transmission and the block and everything was kind of almost on the ground, and the exhaust was dragging more than normal. That's why I've had so much problem with the exhaust, obviously, because of this damn thing. But we're gonna slap the new one in, line everything up. Got her in. It wasn't the only thing that was a pain in the ass is getting it leveled to put that bolt, the shiny one. And they give you an extra or a new bolt, but it's got to be a tad bit longer to fit that, because I guess it sits up a little higher. But other than that, it really wasn't that bad. Probably hour and a half job, maybe 2 hours. If you got help, probably an hour. It really didn't take that long to do. It was more like just trying to line stuff up and you're by yourself, it's a little bit harder, but it's in there. Gotta hook up I took a lot of shit out to get to it. I've seen people do it without taking the air box out. This, the vapor thing, I think it's for the AC, the vape chamber for the AC or some shit, I don't know. I still have AC on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that back on. I'm pretty sure it's what that is. If it's not, somebody can tell me otherwise. I'll probably look it up after this anyway. But there it is. Not that bad. Sweating like a bitch, but it's hot as hell out here. But at least I'm not in direct sunlight in the garage. So. So as you can tell, I finished the mount. It definitely rides a hell of a lot better. The shifts are a lot smoother. Takeoff's a lot smoother. It doesn't vibrate at all. Still got exhaust issues, but I figured out what it was. It's the mid pipe. It's one of those. It's a blocks where it sections together, and I think it's so the sections are coming loose when I floor it and stuff, so it's causing the exhaust to come like scoot back. So something else I gotta mess with. I gotta either get that welded up or figure out a way to keep it together somehow. But other than that, the motor mount wasn't that big of a deal. It was pretty much just just getting to it, and it's really not that hard to get to. It's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. If you get everything out of the way, it's pretty simple. I think, like I said, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hour job maybe. And if you have help, it's even faster. I'm sure it would be. I like to compare it to the clutch pedal install on a DSM, like a Talon or an Eclipse. When I had one, everybody said it was hard as hell and would take forever, up to 10 hours, and it literally took me an hour to pull it out and to put it back in. I mean, it's super fucking easy. So you just gotta know what you're doing when you're doing this shit. And I don't claim to know everything, but shit usually isn't that hard as long as you have the right tools and you kind of know what you're doing, and it's all pretty simple. That's it, guys. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and until next time, keep shifting.